the targets just run in and die. And I think it makes sense because HellRaisers lineup lacks damage. And so they take Husk
the other,
but the other one looks a lot cooler.
Yes, so if it happens, I'm ready. You know,
yeah, the fans are ready, the viewers are ready. I want to see the cooler action, but you're right. The other side, it's a bit more clear cut. It's a bit more, you know, the typical, the norm of what we've seen here. A little bit of aggressive pressure from both sides as they're trying to be a bit more offensive with their bounty grabs. But Zayak tries to run in and snipe it under, but it's not successful.
What is his pathing? And I think he accidentally right-clicked back to the high ground instead of... Yeah, he accidentally right-clicked to the high ground there. That's what happened. And
said it to me off camera that he does have experience playing this, certainly in a lot of pubs. I firsthand haven't seen too much of the no one bristleback in pro games, but very eager to see how he can adapt. And yeah, as you already mentioned, plenty. It is a
lot more in these games and across all regions. I think the Boots of Travel nerf change actually helped the heroes like Bristle who don't really want to move around the map to be more potent against the split push, but we're seeing this really close there. Has those stick charges from the or now that his problem is just getting ignored and getting kited around the map, and without these like Boots of Travel split pushers anymore, it makes it much easier for Bristle to kind of just run down lanes, barrel down, control a part of the map, and he's quite a tough hero to ever go on. As I'm sure very many low MMR pub players are aware of when they die by hitting him, but we see here a little bit of creep cutting as well from Resolution, so tons of creep cutting coming out. That's a lot of CS, a stacked small camp as well as an entire wave. Did split it with the Knicks though, in terms of the experience, but
mid lane,
happy about that.
Sonny in a bit of trouble. No one on the fight back, takes it right to him.
Again though,
and even though no one had tipped, he tipped Roger on his previous step, does it again to let him know, I know you're there. I know you're being cheeky, and he continues to stay there. At the same moment, I don't know if that's like a friendly, like former ally kind of a thing.
I think it's kind of something to do with that.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know
it's friendly,
the terms on
but maybe there, maybe there's a little salt there.
We don't know. Whatever it may be,
spicy.
We're here to try to, you know, indulge all potential concepts as the chase is on for Zayak here. And it looks like another takedown. Miposhka will pick that one up. His Thunderstrike getting a very talented player. I'm excited to see him back in the battlefield and on a team like HellRaisers. They'll certainly have the opportunity to go against some of the best. And we see no one now. Roger's there, waiting for him to possibly come to the low ground, but now no one is just in a completely awkward spot, and Kasani will be there to finish him off. Best course. Like, who do they have to get involved to make it happen?
I think it's Grimstroke Batrider.
Grimstroke Batrider.
Stand out, Nyx possibly to follow up, and the problem is Batrider's only level 4 bottom. The time dilation makes it so you pretty much never want to lane heads up, as you just see here. You prevent the sticky napalm stacks and the movement speed slow. Really well played from Nyx here, as well as Miposhka. Until they have the Yule Scepter on the Void Spirit, that's not really a reliable setup if he chooses to go for that. He is level 6 on Funnick despite the rough start. Simulate dodge, and actually just backs off.
Yeah.
1-2-2 skill build on him. I don't think I've ever seen that specifically, but I do think Bristleback's a better hero on Dire, especially in the mid lane, because of those 2 camps that he was farming right there. Very efficient, as we see Batrider going down once again. Pretty unlaneable if you miss every stun you don't throw, Zayak, so keep it up, buddy. Don't lose confidence. Nyx is just one of those heroes, you either hit them all or you hit none of them, so
ain't that how it is.
Resolution.
Yeah, they finally made the call to go in, or at least they waited long enough for Rezo to show his face, and they made the approach, and there everybody is waiting around the corner. Rezo goes down again. Uncharacteristic tough game for him, 0-4 on the Batrider. Most of that stemming from the hard laning. Obviously, it's been a hard and slow build-up, but you know, we are at the point now. Rezo does have a boots of travel and has his lasso ready to go. Zayak is on the prowl with his Vendetta ult. Oh, but he's been spotted. So Huskar tries to hit him with everything he's got, but that pure damage is not going to be good enough to finish off old Husk.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if there's anybody in the remote vicinity to help him out, but
Glimpse back mid lane. They're looking to go for no one here, but he is, yeah, a tough cookie to crack. Can they make it through the iron shell of this Bristleback? It's 5 members of HR here. They don't want to have bystander casualties in the burst fire.
Wow.
Woo, calculated from Kasani there.
Against Disruptor is
back in the game. We need to see that Arosh is about to go down, but look at Renzo. Chrono's there. Can they get inside and grab it? Kasani is so damn low. The flame break bump is there. It is going to be Nyx who picks up the Aegis. And now HellRaisers unleashing a fury onto Virtus.pro just outside the pit. Rezo wants to take it right to Kasani. He wants vengeance, but the armlet toggling. Courier. Nyx does get the finish as he finishes off solo on the other side, but no one ultimately does fall. He was so
really good against mobile heroes like Batrider, but it's also very nice against Bristleback because he's forced to look at you for 2.5 seconds.
very true, actually. Okay, here we go. Chrono's out. They finally spotted that pesky Rezo hiding within the trees, and they will get the finish. Did he manage?
VP, no one's trying to step out here. They're pinging him.
Yeah,
This guy shouldn't be allowed to do this.
Jump out. They spotted the weaker solo nearby. Full glimpse back onto no one. They lock him within a cage. They're going for the finish onto solo. They will get it, but no one makes
An
that.
imminent threat if you lasso the Huskar into the tier 4s, but I don't know. I think the way that HR is playing as a team is just much crisper than VP thus far this game. Does use the double leap to Dust. Does manage to get him.
Yep. Triple leap to get close enough. Starfall's there, but Carapace very nicely reflected and stunned. Oh, they actually ping him. Spirit Vessel's been there, and there's the finish. Funnick will pick that up. And meanwhile, above, fighting for the outpost just before the 20-minute mark. Sani's gonna
Fire as the kill count, 19-1. Ugly. Maybe if Virtus.pro gets that second kill, it'll be about the same, but that looks pretty rough.
It is a rough set of odds, but I think that's almost too rough given the situation. I think Virtus.pro could certainly come back better than that. Well, as I say, that Rezo does get picked off again, but this one's certainly still not over. This isn't a commanding lead as the Wraith King now gets caught out a bit.
They're just chain beating.
I'm just eating my words.
Yeah.
That's what's happening right now. They put the Wraith King in a box and make him take a knee, Brian. All right, well, those odds might be pretty dang good.
Their lineup has so much play potential on VP, and I don't think they played around each other very well at all in the mid game, and it's snowballed out of control real quick with
Wraith King
heroes
has
like
no
Huskar.
buyback.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
He committed fully to go for this halberd and got the Sange complete, but
Yeah.
now he's not going to be able to mount any sort of defense, and they'll just lose a tier 3.
You have this entire theory
As a
4v5,
four-man-
down 9K.
Yeah, and you're going into a Chrono, you're going into a Stag Storm. I think even Virtus.pro are second guessing this, but they've already been caught. They've been spotted. The Chrono's there. They've locked down 3. The arrow follow-up. Oh my God, the Meteor Hammer. Good Lord. HR coming with full force right now, looking to take Virtus.pro and slam them down. Get the hell out of here.
And it's not that hard to do that combo when you're up by 11,000. Entire game. They tried to farm on all 3 cores when they were losing quite the EG way.
Nice.
But
Courier kill.
yeah, value. Quill Spray does hit couriers.
Roche is coming up momentarily. Obviously, the Virtus.pro are trying to secure the perimeter. But by the time the Roche cuff, yeah. Okay, but I like this approach. From Virtus.pro, they're holding the Radiant side high ground here. But just by the way that HR are moving, they seem to always know that they're around there. Actually, they're arrowing into the pit, thinking that Virtus.pro could be closer to that side. But still no easy catch yet. There it is. The call from Rezo. Moves in, gets the lasso pullback, trying to burst down this void if possible. They stunned in good. But
They got him.
they got him. And now, this is it.
Wait,
Virtus
bottom
Pro
of 5 heroes?
moving in. Kasani in trouble. He's going to try to fight up with the Void Spirit now. Jump in Starstorm. It's nice to get the Rezo takedown, but this is Virtus.pro's time.
They made it 10% health or so, so they're just going to
Oh,
walk
they're
in
going
and
to just
take it.
go for the steal. And they're going to get it.
There you go. Is that really a steal, though? You know, they transitioning item timings from Funnick, as we see no one posturing in the mid lane.
Zayach rolls through with Vendetta, spots out the nearby HR squad, all smoked up, and they quickly take out the Nyx assassin. In the meantime, Kasani was able to finish out that bottom tier 1, but they are chasing now for no one. Glimpse back.
Nice halberd.
Buyback from the Nyx. HR still kind of committed. There is the new taunt, pulling Bristleback forward, and then they're able to easily burst him down.
Let's see if they can manage to make another hold. They did win the one fight on the side of VP despite such a significant discrepancy in net worth, but now they have Aegis and Cheese on the side of HR as we get the setup into the arrow that we talked about in the draft.
Very nice.
Really well played there. 5-second arrow to follow up, and I really think Funnick's vision of this game with his items has been really good. Speared Vessel to remove the Bristleback, Vlad's in order to secure Roshan, and then Yule's to secure these late game pickoffs that they really don't have much pickoff other than the Glimpse, which loses effectiveness once they start getting BKBs and
here we go again,
sitting in their base.
There it is. There's the arrow. There is the Huskar, and they get the Wraith King down. Now, of course, he does have the ultimate. Huskar trying to toggle it up. Goes in, you're right. Synced lassos together, fighting under that Static Storm, though. Starstorm, all the heavy pressure of the damage. They are able to burst down the Huskar and take away the Aegis, but the pullback of the Wraith King. He is out. Over a minute without a buyback. Rezo also forced to the sidelines. It is all on no one, but they are already going to raise the white flag. It's Virtus.pro going down and HR taking game number 1.
I just had faith in VP from the get-go, and I'm not gonna lie, they looked really bad, and HR just looked way better.
Pretty standard stuff. And so now Virtus.pro need a mid of their own to go against Death Prophet.
Sniper here.
Okay, buddy. I see you, my old friend. I see you there. What are you trying to do? What do you think you're doing? Oh my God,
annoying,
my old friend, what are you doing to me? You are heavy breathing.
Giving me, guys.
Heavy breathing from no one. Yeah, Lich is something I'm all about if I need to get back into some serious pub games. Just cast spells, don't die. And, you know, if you need to get an early headdress for your core, and all is well.
No one just walked his courier into Kasani, but he seems to be catching him out because of it. And I think that might have been an intentional debate on that courier. That was so odd. He forced him to step just a bit forward to kill that courier, but it was like struggling a bit.
Yeah. But not handing over any unnecessary deaths. I imagine it's an expected loss of matchup would certainly be even as much heavier if Lich was much more present. We're seeing Lich now present in the river, eating an arrow, and now with Kasani stepping over, this is all but certain a takedown.
Almost got out there, but
nice. No one pulls the camp back so he can shrapnel damage and spot out that ward. Gets the money there.
That's value, actually. That's cool.
Top lane, another javelin into the tree, onto the Ricky. It's with the bulwark, but they're going to need more damage than that. And look at that. They're looking about turning around. Arrow. Nice setup with the magic missile and the arrow. And that is going to be a Nyx kill pickup. Onto
makes it 100% uptime. So effectively just doing it as a way to get farm, but maybe he'll turn it into a book 3 just because of the death excuse me, pot multi, as we see him get dove wanting to TP, but Roger on the case with
oh no, Zayat shows up and says I can feed a bit more if you'd like. Oh, but he gets Miposhka for the drops. I am the twofer. Never mind, Zayat. I was completely wrong there. He stands his ground and takes still, I imagine, very nice. You got stuff like Sniper's, you know, Assassinate to work with, too. Should be pretty fun. Meanwhile, as we hear, Pounce breaking out bottom lane, a jump for Funnick. He's been doing a really nice job avoiding any sort of unnecessary takedowns, but Zayach makes his approach to
the charts. We got Ricky having a good game as well, and I want to see if the Sniper goes book 3 against the Ricky plus the Mirana, as we see an early rotation to the mid lane with the Grimstroke, really enabling the Slark with that extra disabled. Misses the arrow, and down he goes.
But this is a back-to-back takedown on this DP. Funnick makes his own first rotation over, but do they have the catch? Jumping from really Ricky. Important. There it is. They will get the response kill take objectives.
It's tough against the Slark Grim as well as the Sniper, and once they get the Mars Arena, it's even tougher, which he almost has. You kind of just die if you walk up to their tower, so forcing objectives for HR, it's going to come through kills, I think, and they're going to need Ricky with
Virtus.pro members are at attendance. If they want to make a jump onto the Sniper, they could be hit with a trap. Oh, just as they step up to hit with the amp damage. That's when we see Virtus.pro try to flank from the side. Arrow is not going to find a target. Soul Siphon's out. Assassination onto Kasani. Can't quite follow with enough damage. Not the best. Chain Frost only finds the connection onto the DP with the arena being dropped. It is just enough to get the finish, but now Ricky shows up, looks to go for some casualties, jumps into the tricks of the trade. Resolution still holds strong, has that Inkswell to fend them off. Now comes the Slark, looking to move in, pushes them back. Rezo and company forces Funnick down the river. Assassinate, not enough to get the finish.
Region actually saved him, by the way.
On the Mars, stops them in their tracks, and they're forced to split up a bit, and at that point they isolate and force them off. Jump in now and crush, and they'll take Solo down. He's just being in. They only got the tower to half of its life, even with that much time, and now suddenly Virtus.pro have help on the way. Nice arena, nice javelin in the wall, and Resolution makes quick work of Kasani's DP, and the rest of HellRaisers have item in tier 2, I think, for Sniper. And Ice Frog blesses him again. Bottom. Here we see Slark going to work onto the DP. Oh. Jump in from the Ricky. Tricks of the trade. Good damage. Nice swap back
in the cloud.
Beautiful job there from me.
Okay, that was hype. I was like, oh, I guess he's just going to get away. He's running out.
Nope. Denied. Top lane. Funnick, though, is going to be in trouble. Virtus.pro go on their own move now. Sidestep from Nyx now. Wow. It could be HellRaisers on the assault. They've spotted no one. They take them out. That's a good penny going their way. Double kill from Nyx going across the map to get it done. And they're not done yet. Make it a triple.
This is what I was talking about. You lose one hero, you losing everybody. Like, you'll fall like dominoes. Now, mid lane, we do have no one D-pushing, and the rest of his team connecting. Resolution runs into Roger. Boom. Not the ideal target.
He's got the one leap.
I guess he's just dead. Oh, he only had one leap. Okay, that's why. I was like, what? Saber. While both offlaners working on a blink, Slardar's got 1,600 gold. Mars has 1,500, but Mars has a lot more other items. As you see, his net worth is 1,600 above that of the Slardar. And classic Venge feeding to a Slark. Slark is quite good against the support duo of HR.
Yeah.
Single target, purgeable disables, both of which lack mobility and ways to protect themselves against Slark going on them, except for when he's swapping them into the cloud.
Able to create some bit of space, and Virtus.pro have been rummaging around a bit from this mid lane to bottom lane and have only gotten that Vengeful Spirit kill for it.
Run it back. He was trying to cut a creep wave, knowing that VP is trying to force that tier 1. This high ground invis Grimstroke, but he's a slippery little fish. Big fish.
Ricky's behind, though. Spots out the Mars, catches him. Gets down half his life, but is forced to jump out the other side. But now the double Grimstroke is there. The Chain Frost goes out. There's 2 of them to fly. It's the full combo from Virtus.pro. It'll only cost them 1, but they quickly fend off HellRaisers. And no one is going to get the Nyx 5 times kill streak, too.
That's a big one.
What died? And you know, the great secondary thing with Sniper is if they're not doing well in the game, they always have that ridiculously strong high ground defense that Sniper does bring to the table, as we witness Vengeful Spirit being caught out, probably trying to do a little bit of a, you know, defensive. All right, fair enough.
I think the status resistance is really nice, and the evasion's not bad either. It doesn't
jump in. They see DP trying to defend right under the tower. Ricky jumps in as a follow-up, loses half of his life, but they are unsuccessful in trying to do anything about bailing out the Death Prophet. Except for that swap, it was very good. Keeps her alive.
No Aegis.
She's fighting from the outside, but as you mentioned, with taking out Slark and not having an extra life or anything, he's just dead.
For some reason, thought they took Roche. The pauses really sometimes, but yeah, he's just dead.
I also didn't even notice the immediate Houdini swap that happened in there. But Venge did bail out the DP in time. Oh, Ricky,
nice play though. The preemptive Inkswell into the shield, or into the God's Rebuke, into the Inkswell stun, into the spear. That's cool. And the problem is with this DP having a rough start, and Slardar also really just being a blink at this point, it's hard for Ricky to get set up for a good engagement. They have to get the jump themselves, so it's probably going to rely on a good smoke or a bottom ulti initiation as they look. No Ricky, though.
Jump in from Funnick, couldn't find the stun. He only gets welcomed from a spear response coming out from Rezo. Very nicely done. And they sniped down hill right there.
Yeah,
be
maybe
good.
The wraparound.
Oh, they have to really wrap around. Okay, good. That's a really great position here for HR. We're going to be on the high ground. Perfect jump in. Starstorm, do they happen? They blow up the Grimstroke.
The supports are so important. support, and they might have to buy back.
They take out both supports. That is the wombo combo. Out. But can they get the cores?
Sniper.
Buyback from Lich. Does he have anywhere to go to? Oh, they take out Death Prophet so damn fast. Follow up there. They are successful getting resolution. There goes the Chain Frost now, but it is not very effective with the tricks of the trade. Able to mitigate that bit of damage. Arrows out, but wow, what an immediate shrug off right there from the Slark.
He didn't get the back off.
Okay.
They were a bit slow on reacting to that. But even then, you only 16 armor against that Slardar Amp with 13 armor, as well as the Wave of Terror with 6 armor.
Ooh. And I like the play from HR. They go right in for the Roche. They can certainly do it in good time. But VP around the corner want to do something about it. Nyx is able to grab up his own Aegis. Funnick will lose his life for being the bounce.
Very fragile game on both sides. Pins and needles. We are seeing Sniper siege the base. Use the net.
Oh! Look at this. Inside the base, a swap back bailout for Funnick to keep him alive. Miposhka will throw his life away to bail out the Slardar.
Slark ultimate was used.
He has to buy back, and VP quickly hightail it the hell out of there.
No one. Use 5-second arrow. Okay, they're not going to chase.
There's no way they're going to run in. They head up high ground here, where Virtus.pro are waiting. They've spotted him. There's the move in. They're waiting for the fall down the crush. Can they burst down the Mars and take him out of the fight in time? He's able to get off the spear and try to do a lot of damage onto the Ricky, but the Ricky survives. Funnick, not so lucky, does get sniped down there at the end, and now Ricky pops the Aegis. Meanwhile, they find no one, shove him into a corner, but he's able to force step to the low ground, and he pops his BKB, and TP's out from trouble. Meanwhile, Nyx on the chase,
ulti coming off,
looking to go for Slark. Slark, ulti is up, and that's when he decides to turn and fight. Tricks of the trade is there. They got the Yules. Can the silence come out? Yes. Can they burst him down with the arrow stun? But he's regenning up so damn much.
Who's killing who here?
It looks like they might get
him into the Grimstroke queue,
but the swap back means that Nyx is going to get sniped down.
DP is basically just walking around, occasionally nuking a creep wave.
Jump in. Ooh. They want to get what they can. The second that Funnick steps outside the door, they think they have an opening there, but yeah, try to
make it in time.
It's close.
Here they come.
Can they get in? They're on the outside.
He's dead.
They get Zayach down right away, but in the pit, it is going to be no one. Finishing off and grabbing up the Aegis. Kasani goes in, pops a BKB. No one heads over the cliff to the outside. That's where Nyx meets him. Jumps in. They go toe-to-toe, slashing it about. No one's still fine, but not for long. He will lose that Aegis. Now for round number 2. Funnick in a bit of trouble here as the Slark takes it to him. Rezo next to fall. That Soul Siphon sucking him away. Now it's going to be no one versus Kasani, and no one eating a lot of damage, forced to space himself back, but he puts himself right into the arms of the Ricky. Ricky doesn't like it. No one's still good. Steps off, snipes him down, and most of HR go crumbling down.
And Slark feeding off that stolen agility from the previous fight for the next minute or so.
We do have 3 buybacks. One already spent. Funnick will probably wait out the 10 seconds. Ricky has 35 otherwise.
He's not going to buy back, right? The Rax is going to go down. I'm a little weird at the buyback from Death Prophet, if you ask me. They would have to buy back every...
Always have to have someone like the Murana or DP present to help.
The big buff to MKB a while back is that it goes through BKB. So when this Death Prophet BKB ults in, he's going to be shredded by this MKB on the sniper. Swap it.
Back. Yeah, they're going to go for Slark, but immediate Javelin takedown of that Vengeful Spirit. She does have buyback and decides to use it, but you know, doesn't have the swap. Will be just working with a stun. Ricky jumps back inside where it's safe. Just after the Grimstroke commits the ulti, so that is one ulti down. Only
43 second cooldown.
Yeah, it's a really small cooldown though. Oh, jump in. There's Yules. BKB. Pops the Exorcism. Arena comes out. And the Slark is stuck on the outside, then decides to approach in. No one. Cheese eaten now. I think that was a Cheese handoff from the Slark. And now they'll be able to turn their focus and blast down the DP. And with her having no buyback, they're just going to call the game. It's Virtus.pro who bring it back in game number 2. And Brian, we're going to game number 3.
Yeah, I'm over 2 on my predictions so far. What I expected from VP in the first game, they did not deliver.
Set up for this Ricky too. You could also do like Pango mid against the Lush. I think that matchup is okay. but they take TA.
The position they're in means that the economy advantage will tip the way of Virtus.pro just by a bit, but every little bit does matter. Oh my gosh.
He misses the snipe on the creep top. Funnick trying to get that last hit with the swashbuckle. So that's not a good start for them top. He's just going to cut knowing that this lane is not at all contestable. And that Oracle Q is quite annoying for when you're trying to drag the creeps. A lot of damage coming out.
Yeah, the damage from all the creeps stacking on and doing all that right click certainly can add up.
A bit odd that he went for the stick if his plan is to just cut the creeps. Because that means nobody's going to be there.
True. And meanwhile, bottom lane, Miposhka was able to snipe down the weakness.
A lot of shenanigans going on here.
Continuing to dive away from Solo. Solo does have just one level into that purified
courier
flames.
Delivery, special delivery courier.
Hi there. How's it going, little penguin? Thank you very much.
How does the bird just kill the other bird? That's like the murder version of cannibalism. What's her plus the glove of haste first, going for treads. Resolution doing a good job bottom when off lane's been a little bit rough this patch for most heroes that aren't like the centaurs as well as the
top
Mars.
lane. Potential trouble here. I think we saw our first blood. Funnick's able to secure, and him and Roger get a lot of damage. Now, can he take him down? Axes whirling.
Of X, yeah, net? Dude, I'd be like, net?
Being in from behind, we have 3 Virtus.pro members pulling focus here, seeing if maybe they can catch this TA. Hey, how's it going? Here goes
nice glimpse.
Moving in, but as you said, the glimpse back onto no one means he has to go extra far to try to help out. The stun will find connection, and because of that, he could just edict burst down the rest of this TA. Makes it a worthy trade for VP, but have I spoken too soon? No, I have not.
Killing everybody.
Oh my good God. Funnick runs in, but gets blasted from behind with the assistance from the Oracle.
Charges, and thus shreds her.
A cute effort from the Disruptor.
No dive
to
for
fend
10.
them off, but they are going to dive on the side of Virtus.pro for the bird and easily finish off Roger.
He might die again.
No one's here. He's got a killing spree now. Not feeling as confident yet until Zayach does step in. Oh, and they turn it around. If they get the secondary takedown, that would feel great. But my God, with Funnick stepping in, disarming, and as we see Virtus.pro looking through this bottom lane. Getting close to support, should be getting to level 6s, and we could see some heavy action happening as a duel does break out bottom lane. They're looking to go for the first takedown of Nyx, but help is nearby. Here comes Funnick rolling on through, gets the bump onto Rezo. No one shows himself, but no one.
I think they might just be dead here.
Hasn't found an opportunity to open up yet. There we go. Runs in. Looks to walk everybody back home. Poshka is just like, I can't do anything. It just gets ran down. And now
Disruptor's effectively useless. Oracle might actually be able to live here in his own fountain. And he does. Not even close. Mid lane, meanwhile, just walking at the TA as we're seeing once again. He's going to most likely go down. He's really trying to man up. Tower, and Meltstrike doing a lot of damage. I don't know what Blitz was thinking with this draft. HR, bit puzzled here. Bottom lane, we see the Phoenix get dueled up. Winning is Resolution. To deal with this Ricky, just in their heroes. Oracle's going to be the one that has to be careful.
Yeah, certainly. But it is Solo, veteran in his own right, and knows proper positioning, I'd imagine.
Bottom, he got netted. Oh my God, the permanent on Phoenix. Uses the ultimate to slice the extra attack
Phoenix.
speed.
That might be the call for a move here at the top. There's the glimpse back. They're trying to snipe down little Oracle. Jump in from Nyx. Makes it all but certain. And
he has absolute free reign of the bottom half of the map.
And now Yule's onto Ricky.
Perfectly timed stun.
And the duel. They just make easy work.
Now what for HR? Are they going to try to take this fight? Time lapse is off the Disruptor.
Glimpse back.
Strike.
There's Rezo. No one nearby, but gets bumped from the egg. Oh, look at Weaver going to that egg. Wants to pop it and does it by himself. And then Sakuchi's out from potential trouble. If that's the solo job of the Weaver, that's a great job in its own right. Funnick gonna go down and pay the price. No one on a killing spree. Virtus.pro and what they're drafting.
I'm just glad one of these games went the way I envisioned it, because so far these teams have been quite back and forth. As we see a solo kill on the Weaver, that's a good start for Nyx.
You can't slither away from that one, little Weaver. Oh, jump in. Here we go. That's a dead bird. Oh, Solo didn't want to go for the Fatesidic snipe, or maybe didn't have the mana for it to help for the finish, but okay, nice bailout there from Solo with the false promise, but Legend's eating so much damage. He does have the salve. Yeah, I was going to say the salve. Man, that salve gaming is so good on false promise.
Dude, that's huge. That's a good, I don't want to say good. That's the A-class, world-class tier Oracle play that Insania was talking about.
Yes.
You're a noob as Oracle if you're not carrying at least one salve with you.
Certainly
But he's
agree.
even ferrying another one.
I agree, and that's Exhibit A if I've ever seen it.
It's 800 health during the Oracle ulti, right?
Yep.
You can't get rid of it. Because you don't take damage, so you can't remove the heal. And
It's guaranteed.
that's a game-winning salve.
Middle tower is under
Can Hard stream?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
I thought about that after I said it, but thanks for calling me out.
In Wizard of Oz, I'm sure it's true. They take down the tier 2, and the Ricky is soon to follow. With the Yule set up, there's really no chance. The egg is nearby, and then a rolling ball, but that egg cracks. That ball bounces out, and Virtus currently. And now, Troll free to go absolutely ham on these racks with the extra life. He has no fear in the world.
$100 bet right there for Virtus.pro.
to 5.
I'm not actually betting, guys. I'm kidding.
Oh, mid lane, jump in, duel. Wow, Roger just got back. And we'll have to do relax. Fatesidic over there, false promise over there. Gotta settle down.
It is on cooldown now, but I don't think they really care. Oracle's dead anyway. He didn't have his ult anyway. Let him go.
Yeah.
Might result in them backing off, though, because that's...
They got what they needed, but maybe they're getting greedy and want to make use out of the Aegis.
I like what ILTW is doing. You want to retreat like this against Disruptor, because otherwise you get yanked away from your team too far.
Yeah, they're trying to walk it back. He's ready for the glimpse back. Decides to go toe-to-toe with Funnick. Is welcome to the good net, but eventually they do isolate the Troll. Can they finish him off? He's getting off way too much damage for this first life of his Aegis, and he's able to mow down the TA. Are you serious now? Oh my God. Virtus.pro, I think they got this one in the bag and then some. Let's go ahead and just make the cherry on top as they take the TA2. She is out. That was her buyback, Brian. This one's over. This has got to be over soon, right? Yeah, it's over.
About 4 seconds.
Gosh.
I'm disappointed in HellRaisers after that Game 1 performance. I don't know if I'm more impressed with VP coming back after a shaky Game 1 or more disappointed about the HR. I think this...